If you scroll, God will still love you, but if you stay, why not share this with a couple friends to help spread the gospel? My daily reading is 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Paul's talking about his defense for his ministry, and he says in verse 5, we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. And then later it says, verse 7, you are judging by appearances. If anyone is confident that they belong to Christ, they should consider again that we belong to Christ just as much as they do. When he's talking about taking captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ, he is talking about, demolishing the arguments, things that are going against God and being able to defend that. But I feel like this can also go for our own thoughts and our own heart desires, our own fleshly desires, that when we have these thoughts, we got to give it to Christ. We got to take captive of our own thoughts, lustful thinking, anything that's wicked, because, our heart is wicked. Our ways are not God's ways. And if we give that to God, when we have these thoughts, when we have these temptations, we take captive of it and give it to God, give it to Jesus. He will take care of that. And that's obeying Christ. It's just giving those thoughts to make them obedient to Christ. You have to take it to Christ first in order to change your ways, transform your mind and your thoughts to be obedient to Christ. And when it talks in verse 7, when it's talking about we belong to Christ just as much as they do, your thoughts, you can easily have unintentional judgments on other people just based on appearance. Whether that's people that are Christian or people that aren't, it doesn't matter. They belong to Christ just as much as you do. You don't know for sure if they're in Christ or not. Only God knows deep down. So you can't judge them if they look a certain way or a little bit different than you, because you don't know what's going on in their past. You don't know what their circumstances are, their situation. Everyone has their different upbringing. Everyone is unique in their own way in the image of God. So they belong to Christ just as much as we do. If they're in Christ, we're in Christ. There's no need to judge them. There's a need to encourage them, and there's a way you can judge righteously, judge the sin but not the sinner, and you can help encourage them and lead them in truth if there is something there that needs to be said based in love of truth and gentleness, with gentleness and respect.